Hey everyone, this is Brad in Fort Worth, Texas, and I have a Volkmann Precision 1911 chambered in a 45 caliber, and just wanted to do a little video on kind of what this gun looks like, and some of my thoughts on the firearm after putting about maybe a little over 5,000 rounds through it. This is a gun I'm going to be selling just because I have some other options that I prefer. But I will say one thing: Luke Volkmann customer service is awesome. Really good dude. Was a pleasure working with him and acquiring this pistol. Price point was around $6,500, give or take a little bit. Maybe the list price was around 62, and then with tax and all that stuff, it comes out to about 65 or 6,700. Nothing fancy about the firearm. I will say this: the high polish slide came with the gun. The frame was all this kind of dull silver color. I had it high polished, and everything except the slide stop in this area. But thumb safety, beaver tail, grip safety, all that stuff was high polish, and it turned out pretty good. Of course, it shows fingerprints like crazy, but I knew that kind of going into it. I had the Mammoth cross-cut grip panels to start with. I only have one now, and that's because the other one cracked after about 500 rounds and crumbled on me at the range. So if you're going to shoot a firearm on a regular basis, which I do with everything, no matter what the price is on the gun, do not buy these, because they will definitely break on you. I didn't know that. I've only been in this kind of gun game for a couple of years now, so it was a trial and error for me, but at least I know now. But I will say Luke Volkmann, customer service is awesome. So that one cracked. He sent me these, the wood, which are very nice. The gun itself, compared to what you can get for like a Wilson Combat or Nighthawk or Alchemy, it's a very plain firearm, I think. For 6,500, you can get something a lot more tricked out with one of the other makers. But I've seen so many reviews and stuff on which gun is the best: Wilson Combat, Nighthawk, Volkmann Precision, which I'm going to do some more videos on some other 1911s. Because I wanted to try them all and just see. And here in a couple months, I'll have an Infinity roll in, and I'll do a video on that. I do have an Atlas, the Atlas Titan. I'll do a video on that, and Ed Brown, the Alchemy Prime. And so yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy those. But here's the firearm. Gold bead front sight, which I hate. And that's only because you cannot see in low light conditions, which is something I obviously had to learn that as well. It sounds real cool, but I don't know really why anyone would get a gold bead. Besides, you think it looks cool like I did, and I just didn't know that you were going to be able to see anything in low light conditions. I mean, even somewhat low light conditions, you cannot see that bead. But it's very nice. I do not. I don't think you get a whole lot of grip with this. They're kind of like inverted golf balls, maybe a little bit more oval shaped, but if you had wet hands or sweaty hands or anything like that, it kind of would be a pain to have these compared to the Ed Brown snakeskin Those are awesome as far as traction. Serrations, you know, fairly common. Nothing special. And the reason why I'm selling this gun is not because of performance or anything like that. It's just when I'm spending $6,500, and I'll do a video on an Alchemy Prime that I just got in. You'll just see the detail, the difference in the detail. Good gun. Is it worth $6,500? I don't think so. I have a really cool Ed Brown that I paid like just under $5,000 for. That's a 9mm and a Commander. But the detail and stuff on the Ed Brown is just a lot cleaner. I like the weight of the gun, I will say that. But Volkmann they do make a very nice firearm. I do like how they kind of do the arrow serrations, where it kind of comes down to a point. I would do an orange sight, front sight, if I could do it over. Well, if I wanted to change it, I should say. But one thing I wish they could do on 1911s, and I need to look at some other brands, see if they do, is I wish this was all straight right here. You have these nice straight lines on the bevel, and then, you know, kind of where the slide stop is. I don't know why that bothers me, but for some reason it's just kind of annoying. And the crowning. I wish the crowning was a lot heavier. Ed Brown does an awesome job. There's a little bit of just a snag, not much. I mean, I'm being extremely picky. The bushing and the end of the barrel isn't, I mean, it's just not totally flush. And I do notice on some of the other makers, their barrels are totally, you do not catch any snag or anything. Another thing, I know when the beaver tail is not at rest, it doesn't line up perfectly. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. Right in here, just doesn't line up perfect with the frame. Now when you activate or press this down, it lines up great. But I do know the Ed Brown, man, they do an awesome job at where even at rest, it lines up perfectly. Even when it's depressed, it lines up perfectly. I don't know, like all the 1911s, I think the trigger pull, it's just, to me, it seems heavy. Not just Volkmann, but a lot of them. And probably I'm comparing that now to some of the 2011s I've gotten into, especially with the Atlas and that sub 2 trigger is amazing. But so yeah, just wanted to show you this real quick. Nice gun. If I was a collector, I'd probably get it, but since I'm looking to shoot all the time, I just have some other options I want to get into. So, hope you enjoyed. Thank you.